Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Gemini. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Geminis, please. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. They're also showing up as the Six of Pentacles. All right, this feels like it's somebody who may already be around you, Gemini. This is one of my soulmate cards, somebody who balances you in the most harmonious way. They're viewing you as the Fool card, Aries energy. And the relationship, we see the Six of Cups. Okay, so beautiful. Pay attention to repeating sixes. Now, Six of Cups can certainly indicate there's some sort of reunion here, although my intention for these readings really are that it's somebody brand new. So again, I'm just getting strong soulmate energy, maybe past life soulmate energy. The Six of Cups doesn't always mean reconciliation. It can certainly mean there's a crush here. And we have the Page of Cups. So it does look like your person, Gemini, has strong water in their chart. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This person, I feel, is very dreamy. But I also feel like this person has spent or spends time dreaming about you, fantasizing about you. The Hanged Man tells me this person could be hanging around you, and we see the Six of Pentacles, and maybe in a place where money is exchanged. So, for example, at your favorite cafe or restaurant, bar, club, grocery store, gas station. It really could be anything, right? Or it could just be, someone that you see out and about, or somebody you see out and about with friends. But this person is very loving. They're very sensitive. They're very intuitive. All right, and we see the Ten of Wands, but I do see this person does have a lot of responsibilities. All right, and they may have been in a holding pattern here when it comes to you, Gemini, or telling you how they feel because they've got a lot going on. It's funny, I tried to do your reading, but I didn't hit record. And so the cards that have come through in this reading are different, but the energy is still lingering of somebody who may have really high work hours. They may have some debt, but it does feel like they have a lot of responsibilities here, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be debt or high work hours, but they have a lot of responsibility here. But what I love about this Ten of Wands, Gemini, is your person is also releasing responsibilities. They have a lot of passion for you. So they may be in the process of creating more space in their life for you and for this relationship. Yeah, and we see the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag energy. Yeah, this person's definitely passionate about you. I also feel like they're ready to do something new. They're ready for forward movement. And I feel because you've sort of sparked something within them, Gemini, that makes them feel like, oh, maybe I am looking for a relationship, or maybe I have been looking for this type of partnership, or maybe I am ready to let go of some of the things I've been doing that maybe aren't serving me, but to create space for this connection. My Gemini is how you're going to be feeling, Hermit card energy in reverse. Now, this can sometimes be an energy of like you wanting to reveal secret feelings to this person, or, tell this person how you're really feeling. But the shadow attributes of Virgo energy can also be, a little bit of nervousness, a little bit of overthinking. And I could see that here because it feels like this person hasn't taken action yet, Gemini, or you may feel like you are waiting a bit for them to take action. But it's because they're busy. It's because they're stressed. It's because they have a lot on their plate. But they absolutely will be taking action towards you. It just kind of feels like they're getting their ducks in a row, or maybe they're just reworking a little bit in their life or in their schedule. Because this person definitely has sweet feelings for you. They're showing up as a business owner. Okay, so again, busy work hours, this may be their baby, their priority. They invest effort and creativity into personal fulfillment and wealth. All right. We're also seeing, yeah, this person is solid. They're strong. They're dependable. They're predictable. They're steady. And I think their finances are as well, but most likely because they do really prioritize their work and their stability. Okay, so it feels like this person can be, and can be a real strong anchor for you, Gemini. This person is also intense. The depth of their thoughts and emotions indicate a high intellect and a strong focus on their subject. So they will be very focused on you, Gemini, but they're also focused on whatever it is that they do. And we see strong fire. Okay, so Aries, Leo, Sag energy. So again, this person, we see that fire energy here coming through, being very passionate, being very confident, but also maybe when you meet them, feeling a bit overwhelmed. Now we're seeing here the Six of Pentacles, which is one of my favorite soulmate cards. This is somebody who is going to balance you out in the most harmonious ways. This is someone who really prioritizes balance and harmony within relationships. I'm also getting this person, their love language may be gift giving, Gemini. It can also be being very service oriented. But yeah, this is also a reminder, and Rumi stated it best, where what you're looking for is also looking for you. All right, so we see nonconformist. So this is somebody here who, marches to the beat of their own drum. Again, with that entrepreneurial energy, it makes a lot of sense. We see gym rat. So this person may be somebody who really likes to go to the gym, likes to work out. But I do want to remind you that these very specific messages, Gemini, are not going to resonate with all of you, but they will be confirmation for others, okay? And we see brief encounter. So this may kind of start off as a brief encounter, either with friends, out and about, at the grocery store, at the dog park, at your favorite restaurant, bar, or club, or something like that. And we do see that there's a mysterious energy here to this person. All right, so they are going to keep you guessing, which I do think can also make my Geminis feel a little bit anxious or a little bit in their head at times. So just remember to stay grounded here. Because this person definitely does have sweet feelings for you. All right, they have a noticeable facial feature, so that could be beautiful eyes, that could be a mole, it could be nice lips, a strong jawline, freckles, a scar, a unique smile. This person spends their money quickly, so they're definitely not stingy. And again, they may be a gift giver. This person may give you some gifts here early on, Gemini. And this person may dye their hair. All right, and we see that they have been in your proximity at least once in the last 6 months. Hanged man energy. Most likely they are around you in some capacity. All right, my lovely Geminis, what else do you need to know about this person? What else do my Geminis need to know about this person? All right, we see false person coming out in reverse. So this is somebody who's very honest. Okay, this is somebody who's not going to, fake it. Or be dishonest with you. But I do also like this coming out in reverse, because sometimes this is my secret admirer card. So this really could be a secret admirer. All right, we see sudden wealth. Okay, so this person may feel like being with you is like hitting the jackpot, Gemini. This person may also be somebody who didn't always have a lot, but they've recently come into money or gotten a raise or a promotion. And we see mature woman. Now, my readings are not meant to be gender specific, but some of the cards that I use are. But whoever this person is, or however they may identify, the mature woman energy tells me that you are dealing with somebody who's honest, somebody who's solid and stable, hardworking. They have a lot to offer. They want to share what they've worked for with you, Gemini, and they bring this balance, grounding, and maturity to the relationship. All right, we see the Fool card, Aries energy. So they see you as fun. They see you as a risk taker. And again, this person is nonconformist, so I feel like they're also somebody here who has taken risks. But with the Fool card, I feel like they also see you as very creative. They see you as maybe the dilettante archetype, right? Like that you're interested in the arts and movies and things like that, but without having to be a professional, and you're anything but superficial. But they love this sort of creative streak about you, my lovely Geminis. All right, we see Empress energy in reverse. They could be a little bit worried about third-party energy around you, Gemini, Taurus, and Libra coming through. And maybe they do meet you when you're dealing with somebody else. Okay, it definitely happens. And we see the King of Pentacles in reverse. Now, if this is somebody who knows a little bit about you, Gemini, like it's a friend or they've been getting information or gossip about you from your friends, they may know that you've been considerably drained by another relationship. So I don't know if that's financially, physically, emotionally, a combination of all of the above, but this person may know that about you, if that's the case, right? That you've been through something that's been quite difficult. The King of Pentacles in reverse and the Empress energy in reverse can also indicate that this person is a little bit worried that you're not wanting the same thing that they do, because I do think this person wants a relationship. They want something serious. And again, this feels like their first impressions, Gemini, that they're not going to be so sure what you're looking for. If you're looking for long term, if you feel like they're your divine counterpart. So your energy, Gemini, we see the Seven of Cups. So you may be feeling a little bit confused about this connection or about this person. You may also have a lot of options available to you, and you may not feel like you're ready to, you're not ready to make a decision. So remember, the right person is not going to rush you or force you here, Gemini. All right, let's see what else we need to know. What else do they really admire about Gemini, or what are they really attracted to about my Geminis? All right, they see you as a guide. So you represent the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. You don't place financial gain and control over spirit, like imparting spiritual insight. But what I read more into that, I mean, I think this person respects you. They see that other people respect you, Gemini, and most likely for your, not only who you are and how you behave, but also for your spiritual knowledge. This person may, ask you to read their birth chart for them and tell them about their astrology, for example. But I'm also seeing here that they see you as anything but superficial. And I love that. All right. And we see prostitute archetype coming through. Now, don't be put off by the title here of the archetype. It's actually one of my favorites. It accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. So they also know that you're a survivor. They know that you're strong, but you never really change the core of who you are here, Gemini. All right, so we see this being a very sweet and loving soulmate connection with the Six of Cups here. All right, some of you, like I said, it could be some sort of reconciliation, but for the vast majority of you, that is not the case. All right, what else do we need to know about this connection, please, or this person? All right, so this connection clarifies emotional truth by showing you what feels aligned and what no longer does. Oh, very nice. So again, I don't think you're necessarily seeing contrast in this connection as far as, oh, they're doing things you don't like and now you know what you want. I kind of feel like it's going to make sense for my Geminis why other things didn't work out for you in the past. There's a very healing energy to that is what I'm picking up on. This connection asks for steady, intentional participation. Alignment grows through consistent care, not intensity. Okay, yeah. So again, that might feel a little bit different. And that might also feel or give us this feeling here, Gemini, of being a little bit confused. I do think you're going to be very physically attracted to this person, but it may not feel like that chaos and that intensity that has come from previous partners. There's something real, something very grounded, something very balanced about this. All right. And we see this connection reminds you that choice remains yours. Yeah, interesting. So again, this is not somebody who's going to pressure you or force you. And again, we also see there's a really powerful theme in this reading about choosing. Now, some of my Geminis, you do have a choice between, you may have other options available to you. So you do have to choose what's most in alignment with you. And at the bottom of the deck here, we do see that this connection challenges the need to manage outcomes. Trust becomes part of the lesson. Ooh, yeah, so there's going to be part of the lesson here is releasing control, allowing things to unfold naturally. And again, I do feel like as much as this person is really into you, Gemini, they're not going to be trying to control the outcome. They do want a positive outcome. They do want union here with you. They feel like being with you would be like hitting the jackpot, but the choice is still yours. And again, that's that mature energy that we're picking up on from this person. Anything else my Geminis need to know? Physical connection, okay. So the sacred union of bodies, two becoming one. All right, we see freedom, healthy space and room to breathe. Yep, there's that maturity here within this connection. Beautiful. And love language, quality time. Be the witness to each other's lives. Spend some time together. And again, there is something very real, very human, very grounded about this connection. It doesn't feel like it's an online connection. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of fantasy here involved. It feels like it's very real, very grounded, very down to earth. And at the bottom of the deck, Gemini, we see twin flame recognition. So you know this soul that mirrors your own. Okay. Any important dates or times here for my Geminis? So it may be unfolding this month. I am doing this in the month of February, and we see in the coming months. So it's going to be different for each and every one of you. All right, my lovely Geminis, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.